Hi there, and welcome to Eric's Dance Twirl. Today I'm going to be showing you a basic elbow roll in baton. So just like we do every other time, we're going to start with our baton thumb to ball, and your left arm is going to be straight out, kind of like your Superman or Superwoman. You're here, and you're going to bring your hand in and make sure your hand is in a blade. Just like so, your fingertips are resting on your right clavicle here, your right collarbone. And you want to make sure that your elbow is what we call a tabletop. Here's a good way to check if you have your baton flat enough for that tabletop. If it doesn't roll anywhere, you're in a good position to do your roll. Don't go too low or it'll just roll right off. And if you do too high, you'll get strangled by that baton, and you don't really want to do that. So you want to make sure you have a nice flat tabletop surface here. So we're starting thumb to ball. We're going to start with the baton out, or you can do a loop behind first for some momentum. You're going to cross your toes and bring the baton up and over just like that. A lot of times when we're beginners, we tend to do it from here and kind of like push it. You don't really want to do that because it won't count, it'll be too bouncy, too choppy, and you'll end up losing control of your baton. So a good way that I found that's helped me with my rolls fluidly is to come a little bit past the center so your baton will have more of a surface to roll. So I go right to where my baton tape stops, and I rest my arm where I'm going to place the baton for the roll in the center of the baton. A good trick to know if you're doing this correctly and giving yourself enough momentum and enough room is to get this part of your right hand touching the bottom of your arm. And from there you just lift and let go. Just like that. It's gonna work a lot easier if you remain perfectly still and don't try to push it or maneuver it in any way. A good place to start is a solid foundation. So pretend you're a statue like this, kind of like you're a superhero or something prestigious. You want to pretend you're nice and statues, nice and stationary. With this, you're going to do your prep. Make sure you touch very lightly here on the bottom of your arm. Lift that baton and it'll just roll right around. You want to leave your right hand under and ready to catch. You can go into it any other way, but for now, this is just learning from the start, basic and beginner. So you want to make sure you have enough control. And if you end up stopping here, that's okay. Just keep going and keep trying it. Once you try this enough times, you'll get used to it and it'll become like second nature, where you can have a conversation with your friends, your coach, your parents, and it won't feel like you're doing it at all. But it's got to start from somewhere, and a good solid foundation is something every twirler needs because you can build anything on it. So you want to make sure your technique is nice and solid. Start with either a loop, a swing, crossing your toes, touch, lift and release, and catch. You want to practice this at least 10 to 20 times, 50 if you're a very beginner, so you can get used to it. You don't want to rush this. Rolls are an integral part of any routine and any performance because every time the baton starts to leave your hands, that's when the crowd starts to go wild and the judges start to give you more credit. So you want to make sure you practice this just enough times to make sure you get it perfectly. So that is your basic elbow roll. I'm Eric, and thank you very much for watching. I'll see you next time.